Now, you clicked on this video because clearly you would like to know or learn and build possibly a water change system for all of your tanks in your fishery. Maybe it's just a couple. Today, I'm going to show you how you pretty much do that, really. I know I did do a video and it's linked up here if you want to go check that out. That was when I was actually building it. But today, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, and so you guys can do this yourself because it makes water changes so simple and so easy, and it's just the best way personally to change water in your fish tank and add it. This is how I personally have this set up. Now, I do have a little fitting that goes onto this. It's pretty much like a hose barb fitting. This is the attachment that I use. I think it was for like a Python vacuum cleaner. Grab yourself one of these because trust me, it's most definitely worth the purchase, and it's just a fantastic thing. So I have a little fitting that goes obviously on my water supply, and then it goes up here. And then this is just your normal fitting for a hose, like a gardening hose. And then I have this right here. Now what this is a bunch of PVC that is screwed in together. That's a separate piece along with this one. This is a female to barb fitting, as you can see. That's why we have a hose clamp on it. And then this is a female hose connector, okay? Now this also is just some pipe. That's off a canister filter. It's like the tubes that go to the exit and intake on the canister filter itself. And then it goes into literally the same exact contraption that we have down below. These things are super easy to buy. They're at Home Depot. All those two pieces is that they are just a male hose barb fitting that goes into like a PEX barb fitting that you can obviously put your hose up to. This is the main source to all of the PVC. Now, to kind of like summarize it a lot easier for everybody else is if you have a water supply, you will literally just build a PVC T and manifold going to each tank with valves. That's exactly what we have located on top of our tanks. Now, when the water goes in on the Python, which is the best thing about this, all I do is I'll screw this. I think this is actually already open, I do believe. This is open, and then it's closed. Then what happens is it transfers the water. Instead of coming out the bottom, it comes out the side of the hose, where this is obviously attached to, which then sends water up the pipes to every one of my tank. This is a barbed fitting. Now, I have a ton of these because I thought I was going to be needing more of them, but I'm not. But that's pretty much what this is. Now, these are obviously different colors, but it doesn't matter. But that's what a barbed fitting is. If you look right on the side of it, let me go into a tank here so you can see. You can see the little barbs that are like rigid that go down to the shaft of, like, you know, where you screw it into the male piece. So that then goes into whatever you're trying to put into, whatever hose. Same thing on this one. This one goes right there, male to male. T on top of the valve. And now I'll just give you like a good view so you can see how I did this, so you can zoom in, that kind of stuff. So this is what I have. I've got an elbow for a drain. I have the valve for the drain to drain the pipe. I have a T with the main supply that goes to the outlet, which is going to be your faucet. It comes up, goes to a T, comes over, T's down, hits another T for the first tank. Then it goes down behind the wall. Can't really see it, but then it goes to that valve and that 90. And then it flies back over to the same concept, but on obviously this one doesn't have a T because I don't have any more tanks on this side of the room. So it comes down, hits that T with a drain, and then it hits that one right there with a drain as well. The arowana is different, but it comes over, hits the T, comes down, valve. You get the idea what I'm trying to get at. And then it comes down and then it hits this one for the arowana. The arowana does actually have to get a piece put on and down, but look at him. Look at that dude. Now that you have everything that you need, you literally just want to go ahead and tee off your main water, which is going to be your faucet. Then you're going to come down to your hose. You're going to build your little manifold. Okay, this is your manifold. It goes into the T that's located above the ball valve. I would always recommend putting a ball valve here so you can drain the system. And then when you want to use it, you can just go ahead and close it. You put this right here into your Python. You turn the water on. Okay. Now, after the T, you can go ahead and build it however you want. I'm just giving you an example of how I did it so you guys can get, you know, an idea of it. It goes up to a T. and then it flies over to another tee. It drops down, it goes to this tank. And then outside of the tee, it goes to the elbow, comes over, goes to the R1 tank, and then it goes to the 55 that the ladies' eels are in. Now, same concept, tee down, okay? You put a tee in for every branch that you want, because obviously if you don't put a tee in, then you can't drop it down and you can't put it into a tank below it. And then it comes over, down to another tank, with another valve and another tee. And then it goes down to this tank. This is where obviously our goldfish live for their food. It's a super easy way to build a manifold. You could put the main valves up higher, or you could kind of do the same thing where you would come up to a tee and then you could build like a manifold here and have valves on them and then run the pipe up to each tank. I wouldn't recommend that because it looks cleaner when you just have one main going up, the mains going across the top of the tanks, and then you have your branches that come down to each tank. It's the easiest way to build a little water change system, and I personally call it a water change system because it is. Like, we're technically going in, we're vacuuming on our tanks out, and then we're applying water that goes to the tank to do our water change. If you're trying to build like a drain system for it as well, then you're better off literally just drilling your tanks and doing a sump, right? Because your water's constantly going down into the sump. You have an overflow. Once you fill the tank up, it goes into the overflow. You could disconnect the pipe and then you could have it go out to the drain or whatever. That's what I've seen people do. As far as like water change system goes, or maybe adding water into multiple tanks at the same time, I think I pretty much nailed this, and you can tell what's new and what isn't because everything's painted black and stuff are white. So that's how I did it. Now, the pieces that you're going to want to get, like I said before, it's just a bunch of PVC pipe, male and female attachments for a garden hose. You can use hose clamps like I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I know it was pretty straightforward, because I won't lie, when I was doing something like this and I was trying to do this, I Googled it, I watched so many videos, and not many videos really made sense to me, and kind of I understood to the point that I knew I was going to do it. Definitely use primer and glue. I do have a video literally installing this product into the fish room itself. But this idea I came up with, I haven't seen anybody with this idea, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe there are other people, I'm not saying it's only my idea, but I'm pretty sure I might be the only one who did a water change system like this, or maybe a water fill system like this. But this video was a little bit more detailed, with me showing how it's installed, and as far as fittings go, and tees and valves and locations and all that stuff. But if you want to watch the original video, then just hit this little thing up here. It would take you to the video where I actually do build this, and I mess up. I actually don't glue a piece and a ton of water flies out at me. That was when this room was in early stages of being built, and I was trying to get the water system in. But by far the most efficient way and easiest way on YouTube is to do what I've done. Trust me, it's gonna save you a lot of headache when it comes to filling your tanks. It's so simple to just connect it, turn the water on, and open a valve, and it fills the tank. And then you can move on to the next one. While it's filling, you can drain one tank, vacuum that. By the time that's done, that tank's already full. You shut the valve, you open the other one, and it fills it. It's simple. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your comments and concerns. If you have any questions, just drop them down below and let me know. You can follow me on Instagram and obviously YouTube. I'm out of here. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you.